Hello everybody. Now I am conducting class 7 geography class. Again I am repeating, now I am conducting class 7 geography class. Today we will learn about something new. Okay, what we will learn about something new from India's physical factors. Last day we have learned about India's location. Okay, today we will start with a new topic about India's physiographic divisions. So everybody listen to me very carefully. That is chapter 7, India's location, divisions and its physical divisions. Today I will send you the picture of this book. Click the description bar, there you will get the link. Click over there, from there you will get the pages. Okay, like location and then accordingly extension up to what today we will do. Up to that the pages will be uploaded. Click over there and you will get to know. Okay, and learn from the book. Okay, learn from that link that this will be the pictures. Okay, pictures of the book, so you will learn from there, and small questions you will prepare at your home for your betterment. Okay, so let's start. Now I will I want to recapitulate once more time that what we have learned. We have learned about India's physical divisions. Just we have learned that where is the exact location of India, where how what is the exact population of India. And now we will learn about what? Now we will learn about the physiographic divisions. The first division is what? The first division is India's most important, the northern mountains. First I want to tell you that how many divisions are there. There are mainly 6 divisions, which are that the northern mountains, the northern plains, then you can say, imagine the peninsular plains, then number 4 the coastal plain, the desert and the islands. Okay, so India, last day I told you that India is a diversified country. Even in physiography we see so many diversions, so many natural reservoirs, so many natural resources we have. So first one is the northern mountain. Where is the northern mountain situated? The uppermost layer. Okay, the uppermost layer area of our country, especially from, if you imagine India's map, then I can help you to teach that from the uppermost area, from Jammu Kashmir to like Naga to Namcha Barwa, the long stretched area is the Himalayan north to northeast. Okay, that is Naga to Namcha Barwa. The whole range is Himalayan range. Okay, now listen to me. Today first I want to tell you that very important thing, and listen very carefully. Okay, the northern mountains include Himalayas and other mountains ranges. The Himalayas extend in a arc shape, as I told you, from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh, like from north to northeast zone, and covering a length of about 2500 kilometer. So what is the length of Himalaya? That is 2500 kilometer. The width of this mountain decreases from 400 kilometer in west to about 150 kilometer in east. So the width continuously it is decreasing, because from the upper Himalaya you will see so many divisions, like the Ladakh Himalaya, then the Kashmir Himalaya, then the Pir Panjal range. Pir Panjal range you will get in Kashmir Himalaya, then the Shivalik Himalaya, then the Tethys Himalaya. Okay, so many ranges. So width is very long width, and accordingly when we come to the northeast region, that is quite narrow. Okay, that is 150 kilometer. The traditional limits of Himalaya are the Indus Valley in the west and Brahmaputra in the east. Yes, the Himalayas are young fold mountain. We all know which are young fold mountain. Last year you have learned. Again I want to repeat. Young fold mountain means that the fold mountain that has taken place very recent. Okay, like Himalaya, Alps, these are considered as the young fold mountain. And which is the fold mountain? when due to the compressional force, the middle area will be uplifted. This uplifted zone is known as the fold mountain. Okay. The Himalaya are young fold mountain. They consist of sedimentary rock folded and uplifted in recent geological periods. Yes, as fold mountains, it should be sedimentary rock because sedimentation, due to sedimentation only the folding will happen. So folds we can see the anticline, the syncline. Anticline means the upper fold, syncline means the lower fold. Upper fold means the folded Himalayas peak region, and this anticline and syncline and anticline means this depressional area from where the river will follow. Okay. Some of the Himalayan peaks such as Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga have highest exceeding 8,000 meters. These peaks are permanently covered with snow. Glaciers originate from them. Himalaya literally means abode of snow. Yes. What is the Bengali meaning? Him, jog, alloy. Him means what? Ice. Alloy means house. That means abode of snow. The upper range is fully covered with snow. Okay, did you get me? The upper range of Himalaya is fully covered with snow. Like Ladakh Himalaya, Pir Panjal Himalaya, the upper Himachal Himalaya, they are covered with snow. So these, from there this word has derived. The Himalaya consists of 3 parallel ranges: Himadri, Himachal and Shivalik. As I told you, the 3 parallel ranges. Which are the 3 parallel ranges of Himalaya? Himadri, second one is Himachal, and third one is Shivalik. With deep narrow valley between the ranges, because the deep narrow valley, what is the importance of the deep narrow valley? From the deep narrow V-shaped valley, the rivers are flowing. Such few rivers originate like Ganga, Yamuna. These rivers originate from there. Okay, especially Ganga, we all know from Gangotri glacier it originated, and this is the prior cause of this. Okay, especially about the when we are learning about the origination of Himalaya. The northernmost range is known as the Great Himalaya or Himadri. Himadri means Him Jok Odri. If you do the division, okay, in Bengali you have learned Sandhi Bichhed. If you divide Himadri, Himjok, Odri, that means fully covered with snow. Him means what? Ice. Fully covered with ice. The average height of this range is 6,000 meter. What is the average height of this area? That is 6,000 meter. Mount Everest, the world highest peak, 8,848 meter, is in Nepal. Mount Kanchenjunga, 8,598 meter, is in Sikkim, in the highest peak of Himalayas in India. Okay, Kanchenjunga is the most important peak, because if you visit, many of you have visited already Peling, Rishabh, then Lava, Lolegaon, there are so many places. We all can see from Gangtok, we can see the range of Kanchenjunga. Okay, that is the most beautiful range, parallel range and abode of snow. And this is the 3rd highest peak in the world. So other which are the other ranges like Nanda Devi, Nanga Parbat, Annapurna, Makalut, Falut. There are many other ranges of this upper Himalaya, and this upper Himalaya is originated first stage of the folding. From the first stage of the fold, this upper Himalaya first originated. Got it? Now come, especially we can visit, we can experience many passes. Last from chapter 1 you know that which are known as pass. Now you are not unknown about that. What is pass? Pass means the way, okay, between which is mainly the connector of the 2 mountains or 2 hills. The connector is known as pass, and that is, there are many passes like Shipkila, Rotang, Jojila. Rotang Pass we all know, that is, this is very famous. So these are the important passes. Okay, where two areas are connected, like Jawaharlal Nehru Tunnel. We all know that Jammu and Kashmir is connected through this tunnel. If any time the terrorist will, any mischiefs will happen, any kind of mischiefs will happen, both the state, both this area will be separated. So this is a very secure pass, and if you want to visit, before that they military will check you, then you will get the pass to cross that pass. Okay, so all these passes are very important for us in every area, because these passes help to connect from one area to another area of the mountainous zone. Got it? Now next, the Himachal or the Lesser Himalaya range lies to the south of Himadri range. That means Himadri, next Himachal or Lesser Himalaya. These average altitude of the peaks varies between 100 to 500 meter and 3000 meter, with some peaks rising to even 5000 meter. Pir Panjal range in Kashmir, Dholidhar range in Himachal Pradesh are the paths of Himachal range. Yes, those who have visited Kashmir, they definitely see the whole Kashmir valley is covered with Pir Panjal range. The long stretched range, and in this range we are getting this pass, that is Jawaharlal Nehru Tunnel, popularly known as. Okay, so even those who visited Shimla, they will know that the range, definitely maybe you don't know, those who have visited, they don't know the name, that is the Dholidhar range. Okay, in Shimla we can see that range. Okay, the Kashmir Valley lies between the Greater Himalaya in the north and Pir Panjal range to the south. The Kashmir Valley means the spread, long stretched area between two mountains. One side is absolutely the higher range, that is the Greater Himalaya, and the another side is Pir Panjal. In between the long stretched area, that is what? That is Kashmir Valley. Okay, the long stretched valley, most beautiful valley in the world. If this is, we all know this is known as the what? The heaven of the earth. Very beautiful place. The Kashmir Valley, some of hill stations such as Darjeeling, Mussoorie, Manali, Nainital, Shimla are located in Himachal range. Yes, we all, many of us visited Darjeeling. We know Himachal Pradesh. Many of you have visited. Manali, many of you, Nainital, Ranikhet. We all know that Ranikhet is very beautiful place. These all are situated over there. Okay. The Shivalik or the Outer Himalaya range is the southernmost range of the Himalaya. This is the newest part, the last part of the upliftment, that is the Shivalik range. Okay, and this is the, it forms the foothills of Himalaya, foothill zone. That means the lower zone. Which area? The lower area of any kind of Himalayan air. Like this, if this is a slope, that means this area, this is the area of the foothill zone. Okay, from these kinds of area it started to develop. It forms, the hills of this range are narrow, discontinuous, merge with other ranges actually, because this is the newest part. So this range is very newly one, and this is another one from where we are getting so many kinds of things. Okay, so many small discontinued ranges. Okay, so one of the most important thing, Himachal, like between Shivalik and Himachal, like between Shivalik range and the Himachal, okay, upper middle Himalaya and lower Himalaya, in between we are getting the valleys. These are known as dunes. Okay, dun means the depressional zone. We all know the name of Dehradun. Dehradun is one kind of dun. Dun means the depressional area. Okay, the area where we are getting the narrow stretched valley. Okay, like Dehradun. And at the foothills of Shivalik lies a densely forest marshy region, that is Tarai. We all know Tarai. Tarai region is almost located very near from us. Okay, most of us have visited Tarai, and that is the marshy area. Okay, and beyond all these, if we are now just once I recapitulate from the beginning. First one is which one? Himadri. then Himachal, then Shivalik. Himadri, Upper Himalaya, Middle Himalaya, Lesser Himalaya. And in between Himadri and Himachal, Kashmir Valley, Himachal and Shivalik, Duns. So now we will get few more important things, that is the northeastern area. The northeastern area of India, that is Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, Sikkim, Nagaland, all these are also the parts of this northeastern, and there we are getting the Himalayan range. These are known as what? These are known as Purvachal. What is the name? Purvachal. Purbo, that means east, eastern area. So these are known as Purvachal or eastern hills. Which are the part of this? Patkoi, Naga, Khashi, Jayantia, all these are the ranges of there. Okay, Patkoi, Boom, Naga hills in the north, then Manipur, Lushai, Mizo hills. In Meghalaya, these are called Garo, Khashi, Jayantia hills. Okay, these are the separated. Not Arunachal Pradesh is also very beautiful, majestic beauty over there, but the ranges are not like that. These are interrupted for several kinds of geographical process, geological, due to the geological changes of the geological ages, interruptions we can experience over there. Karakoram mountain in Kashmir are located north of Himalaya. Karakoram range extends from the Pamir plateau in the north, and the world's second highest peak, K2, is located in this range. In terms of height, the peak is next only to Mount Everest. Okay, this is next to K2, is the next to Karakoram. 2 Ks over there. So we, in short, in brief, we can say K2 also. This is the second highest peak. Karakoram mountain range has many other loofy peaks, large snowfields, glaciers such as Siachen Glacier. Many of the travelers want to visit Siachen, but very few will get the permission from this especially military area. And beautiful, Siachen is the largest glacier in India, almost 78-meter length is the largest one. Even this is one of the majestic beauty over there, and very few travelers, very few tourists only get the permission to visit over there. But now in any kinds of political tension time, it's definitely nobody can get the permission. But in general, when the political issues are not as much effective, that time very few, okay, will get this kinds of permission to visit over there. And even if you visit, if you go to the YouTube channel, if you will visit this area, these kinds of especially this Siachen Valley in YouTube, you can imagine that really their militaries are, we are staying safe inside of the house because these people are guarding, these people are there to protect us. That too much cold, how they can survive, how human being can survive. Okay, so these are the prior part of this topic. I will send you the pictures of this topic just because I want that you people will learn ditto, nothing, no addition, nothing. You will learn carefully. Many short question answers will come from this topic. You will learn from there, and it will help you to boost up your experience, and definitely it will help you for your further study. Okay, and for the better, go to the extra mark, and from there you can also get the options. From there you can see these topics, even use another resources. There are so many resources. Get to know all these things, okay, especially northern Himalayan mountain. So if you have any doubt, text me in Google, especially mail to me at dpsj helpdesk@gmail.com and ask me over there if you have any doubt. Okay, so stay tuned, bye bye, and wait for the next class.